I made more money, and it was a lot more fun selling papers than it was flipping burgers. I'd pull in at least $400 a week working for John, but I was lucky to make a couple hundred every 2 weeks at Fuddruckers. Lucky for me, Jonathan's mom only charged me $80 a month to live in her garage. Shortly after I moved in, I was arrested for the first time in my life. It was just after I turned 17, so I was convicted as an adult for breaking into a vehicle. Luckily, Texas had recently downgraded my crime from a felony to a misdemeanor, and I didn't have to stay in jail long. However, they gave me a horrible probation stint with a strict, tight-nosed probation officer. He made sure I was under constant supervision and gave me as hard of a time as he could. When I wasn't visiting my PO, I'd be performing the unreasonable amount of community service I was given, where I did back-breaking labor at a park digging ditches for 8 hours straight without pay in the hot Texas sun. I still hung around the same crowd, and everyone still smoked pot. My friends weren't quitting on my behalf. They didn't care if I was on probation, and they did everything they could to get me to continue smoking. One time, I woke up in the middle of the night with Benny blowing a huge bong hit in my face the night before a drug test. My 6 months of probation seemed like a death sentence. When you're a teenager, 6 months is an eternity. I don't know how I was going to survive without smoking pot. Hanging out with my friends and smoking pot was my identity at the time. Identity is the most important thing to a teenager. I wanted to continue my lifestyle, but I needed a substitute for weed, so I started using alcohol. There were lots of stores who'd sell alcohol to minors back then. Every morning I woke up, walked to the corner, and bought a 40-ounce which I drank with the hobos in an abandoned parking lot across the street. Certain people shouldn't be on probation.